Yo, what's going on with y'all? It's your boy Brass, and you already know you are on the BT5 Series, and I got somebody special for y'all. Look, this has been a long-awaited interview. If you know, you know. If you've been paying attention, then you already know. But who do I have the pleasure of speaking with today?
Yo, yo, yo. I go by the name of Bila Badazz from Columbus, Ohio.
Yo, listen. She different, y'all. She different, y'all. I done had a chance to watch her perform all the way in the A. She from Columbus, Ohio, and she really be on it. Like she really took that trip down to the A, perform, and showed up. Like, how many times did people ask you to smile?
Every time. The
Like, yo, she came in. I was like, I like her. I like her. Yo, so you said what?
That I had to bring something different.
And you really brought that. Matter of fact, like you got one track that really caught my attention. Heavy. What's up with that track? Like, what made you make that track?
Honestly, honestly, it was the beat. It was so crazy because I actually rewrote that song. Like I had a whole song with different words and everything to that beat. But like one of my homies, he actually passed away. The dude who produced the beat, he
Oh,
passed away like maybe like 2 years ago. But he sent me the beat. And I'm like, damn, that'd be fire. And then I had wrote a song to it. It was okay, but it wasn't like heavy. And I just redid it, and I'm like, nah, that's
so
it.
then it
That's the one.
so then it came up the way it came out.
Yeah, I definitely. That's one of my favorites.
Definitely long live to your homie too. Like long live.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad.
So as far as your career has been going, how long you been rapping?
I dropped my first official song 5 years ago, but I've always been rapping I used to just write raps in my phone and stuff like that. So I've been writing for a long time, but I actually published a song 5 years ago.
What made you finally say, you know what? All right, I've been writing. These people they talking. When let me put myself out there. What made you finally do that?
Because I really it was like a situation where I was going through something and I just felt like I was being doubted, and it was like I know that I could be like I can't explain it. Basically, I just wanted to push myself, like just put myself out there more, because like I always take pictures and like get dressed up and stuff like that. But I wanted a way to like actually promote that in a way. So I started to rap and actually put myself out there more. I can like show off my clothes and stuff.
And you've been having fun with it ever since. Like you really been doing something with that.
Yeah, I can honestly say ever since I like transitioned into a rapper, actually start putting myself out there, been fun ever since. That's probably one of the best things I could have did for real.
So have you ever done like any big features with any artists? Because like in Ohio, I did my little research. I did a little research because I know
Hmm.
like Bone Thugs and Harmony, Kid Cudi, Trippy Red, Lil Slim. These are names that if you type it in on Chat GPT, you can find them. But like, have you done any like major collabs with any artists, or are there any major artists that you want to do a collab with?
Like from Ohio, or are you saying there's like any from anywhere?
At first, I was saying Ohio, but I'm gonna say from anywhere.
Well, the first song I actually promote came out with, like my first track, I did a feature with Iviana, Boosie's daughter.
Okay.
Pressure. I don't know. I didn't perform that one, so I don't know if you tapped into it, but you might want to check that out. That was the first song that I put out. It was fire. That song fire. That song fire. Like, and it was my first. So it was like you could hear the maturity, but you could definitely. It was a nice first track to come out with, and she actually snapped on it too. Like she did her thing on that.
How did you even make that connection, especially for the first?
Instagram, Instagram, like networking is the world gets so small. Like you could really get in tune with other artists from social media. Like I be talking to a lot of people on media for real, and
That's
that's how I got it with her. And I sent her the bread. And then Big Wayne, she actually got the song, her future, like produced by Big Wayne. I don't know if you know who that is.
I've heard
Orleans.
that name before. Yeah,
Yep. He work in Atlanta too. He actually mix and master her verse and stuff like that, and sent it to me and all that.
that's crazy. Yeah, this world is small. My great grandmother? She used to have this saying like, "You only one person away from knowing everybody on earth," and
Facts,
it's like,
and especially in the music, it makes it faster. Like that's why I be saying, like people who I never thought I would even know, like I know now. It's just like the world gets so
yeah,
small.
the world is small for real. And like, so we gonna make this interesting. Like, I know right now I'm sticking to the music, but like this conversation gonna go, all right?
All right.
It's gonna go. So if I ask anything you ain't feeling, or if I ask something that you really want to go into, by all means, do that, all right?
Huh?
All right. So are you a mother, a sister? Like, what's your family like?
Family. I have no kids. Single, no kids. I got two blood brothers, like my mom. By my mom, two brothers, and they got kids. So I got a lot of nieces and nephews. And then I got my adopted siblings too. So I got like two sisters, brother, another brother.
Sound like you got a loving family for real.
Yep, I got my mama, got my dad. I just seen my dad the other day, so pretty cool. It's kind of like distant, separated, but the intermediate family, like my mom, brothers, we pretty close.
All right, all right. So, like, would you say any of your siblings or parents would be like an influence on your music career?
Yeah, definitely my brother. Like my brother is incarcerated right now. That's probably the main influence, and then my mom too. Like just growing up in poverty, give you stuff to rap about. My dad too, and stuff like that, in and out, stuff like that. So yeah, but definitely.
You want to go into that a little bit more? Because it's like not everybody that would be viewing this interview really comes from the same backgrounds. Some people, burbs, kids, some hood, whatever. But like, how would you explain like your upbringing?
My upbringing is like here and there. Like I'm not gonna say it's just like all bad and it's all good, but like definitely from the hood, the ghetto in Columbus, Ohio. Never lived in the suburbs like that. Um, never was poor. Never was piss poor. Like my mom always kept a job, good job and stuff like that. So she took care of the house. We never was like piss poor. Definitely been through the struggle, stuff like that. Um, yeah, pretty. So I definitely grew up in the ghetto parts of Columbus. So one of the kind of most ghetto. Not saying most ghetto, but like hood, like back in the day when it was like people was actually in the streets and stuff like that. I definitely grew up in some hard.
Okay, like so, like I said, you're welcome to answer any of these questions or not. So, would you say yourself at any point in time were you ever in the streets?
Yeah, most definitely. Like, but honestly, I was a kid. Like, so I was a kid that loved school. So I would go to school every day. I made good grades. I made good grades until I was like into the seventh grade. Like I was a 4.0 student until like seventh grade, and I went to a school called Frank, which is like in a it's east. It's considered the east side, but I'd consider it like the southeast side. But yeah, I went there. Once the seventh grade came, I just started to get, being around people. We just started to get older and stuff like that. And then after that, that's when the hood life started to kick in for real, for real.
So, I feel like there's a million questions I could ask there because it's like where I'm from, it's a mix of you got your country area because it's like small town America for real, but then you got your hood, and it's like you could easily go between both for real.
Mm-hmm.
Like I myself was like, good student in school and all of that. Like you definitely trying to figure out your way in life. You definitely trying to figure out like how you can come up. And so for me, it was like I definitely tried sports. I played a lot of sports myself, and kept my grades up and stuff. But like life is real for real. Like
Yeah, like
I
you
tell
can't.
anybody, life is real for real.
Yeah, it just comes in so many different aspects. Like I could really go into debt, but you would just get the questions because life do be life,
Life
and
can be life.
it be my next door neighbor, my sibling, or somebody so close to you that it hit home for real.
So like, what's a situation that, and it can either be in life or in music. What's something that you feel like was a tough time in your life that you overcame?
That I overcame.
Yeah. Or
Definitely deaths. Like I lost a lot of friends. Like in my city, it's just like hella murders. So you feel me? So like it started young. Like I probably lost my first. I lost my first friend like in the ninth grade, but he was killed by police. He was in like a police chase like that. And then
what?
I might have lost some people before then, but that was like one of my first like heartbreaks for real. Cause like he was one of my, like we went to middle school together, and then I think we separated for like high school. But the like 3 months into high school, that's when they got into the police chase and wrecked the car and then dying and stuff like that. But that was one of my close friends and stuff. So it probably death. It really be death because I done lost a lot of friends. Like if I don't know, like if somebody go on my profile and look at some of my pages, my posts, they'll see like how many people we lost out here to gun violence and stuff like that. Just the streets for real.
I tell you the truth though, you don't wear it.
Yeah, nah, I
I
definitely
couldn't look at you and assume
I try, because it's nothing you could do about it. Once people they dead, it's nothing you could do. You could stop, cry, you could do to be sad, but it's not gonna change nothing. So I just try to like keep going for real. Just keep going.
that's what's up. So Auntie Bila, she just gonna keep it going, and that's just how it is.
Flat out, with or without, got to.
Is that what the little ones call you, Auntie Bila?
Yeah, some of them, except for my great nephew, he just think he just him. He the only one that don't. But it's, yeah, they call me
That's
Auntie
what's up.
Auntie Bila.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So it's like, all right. So and don't get me wrong, Columbus, Ohio. I've heard a lot about Columbus, Ohio. And like I said, I got and for those of you that don't know, like I've already had a conversation with her even before this interview. And I got a homeboy who lives in Ohio, and he's from North Carolina. Really, he's from South Carolina, moved to North Carolina and stuff like that. And now he's in Ohio, and he's told me some stuff, and it's like I was looking at him like, man, you better stay safe. The last thing I want to do is have to make that trip. Like how
Any
far is Ohio from shoot? How far is Ohio from Atlanta? Because you made that trip.
8 hours, 8 hours. I caught a flight, but it's 8 hours. Like the drive is 8 hours.
Look, well, my folks in Ohio, y'all better leave her alone. Cause like don't make me pull up.
Luckily, they don't play with me out here though. They kind of get the vibe that I'm not playing with them, so they know not to play with me.
I heard that. I heard that. So like, what is there to do in like Columbus? Like, what is something for you to get into? Fun? Is there a
Well,
music park? What is over there? Cause I don't know.
they kill everybody. It don't be too much to do. But
Dang.
good day, it just depends what you into for real. Because if you a nature person, there's a lot of parks. There's a lot of things to do outdoors. If it's like summertime, of course the summertime is festivals. Like we just had the 4th of July, the fireworks yesterday. They probably got a festival like every week. And during the summer, it's a lot to do. They got like High Street where you could go walk, bars, stores, and stuff like that. Got a lot of food restaurants. I actually got a food page too where I go and travel different restaurants and just eat out and give reviews or feedback of food. Um, what else? Columbus. They got like like Senior 75 like that, if that's what people like to do, like some game stuff. They got a nice couple little track places, but they got the Ohio State Buckeyes, of course. So when it's football season, it be lit. We turn up probably every game day. Like we want to play about the Buckeyes out here. So that's probably like one of the best times out here is football season. I think in the winter it's kind of slow, honestly. Like people just really you just ride around. People just drink and smoke. That's all it is. To do drugs and kill people out. That's all they do.
Sheesh. So it's like, all right. So like, hey, I mean, you keeping it real because it's like, shoot.
Like motherfuckers just do drugs and kill people. That's what they want to do. Like or fight. Go to the clubs and fight. Like it's kind
Like,
of honestly.
so like, cause all right. So with that going on, what is it that you get into? Like, what's fun for you to do?
What's fun? Well, mostly I just go to work. Like I work a 9 to 5, stay out the way most of the day, and then when I get off, I just save the world. And then on a fun day, honestly, I just go outside. I just go outside and go with the wind. Wherever my phone rings, somebody call me, pick up, might pull up on a friend, go hang out, and just let the night call itself.
All right, all right. So like, dang, cause it's like Columbus, Ohio. I've heard a lot about Ohio as far as like Columbus, Dayton. Which like, how far is that from you?
Dayton is 45 minutes. It's a lot to do outside Columbus too, like Cleveland, Dayton.
Yeah.
Dayton is cool. Dayton is like a little town, mostly college, black HBCU. So everybody in college they will go up there back and forth. Cleveland, Cleveland's. I've been there before. Like that's NBA. So they got casinos. They got a lot going on there. Cincinnati. I've been going out there a lot. I like Cincinnati too. They got like a lot of stuff to do. They got the Cincinnati Reds. They got a lot of teams out there. Um, and then Toledo. Toledo's like 2 hours from me. No,
Okay.
5 hours from me. It's pretty cool. A lot of shootings like everywhere in Ohio. Like Toledo, they got the same type of vibe that we got.
What what's going on, Ohio? Why y'all so lit? Like nobody thinks Ohio and thinks duck
They
at the
bro,
same time. Like that's
they bro.
Chicago's kind of like logic.
Only way you really kill people and be angry at the world is when you ain't got. So I ain't saying that everybody broke, but it's a little
It
poverty
plays
out.
into it. That
Poverty.
definitely plays into it. So
Yeah.
like, cause we got a lot of time too. So it's like I got a lot of questions. I got a lot of questions. So you focus on your money. Like that's what you do. You go to work. You focus on you. You got a close family. You do your music.
Mhm.
So like, what's your what's your creative process?
What's my what?
Your creative process. Like how does a song come to you and how do you put it on wax?
Well, honestly, I wake up. My whole life is connected to music. Like the minute that I wake up, song play in my head. I'm rapping. I'm dancing. That's all I do all day. When people see me, they like, "You always dancing. Always listening to music. What song you listen to? I might not even be listening to rap or sing. So like, I don't know. It's just like my mind is just wrapped around music. Like, and so when I wake up, I just think like, what's next? Like, it's hard for me to sit around and wait because it just comes to me like naturally. Like, so I just musically inclined to me naturally.
Do you feel like for you, because like I've said this about myself, but do you feel like for you, music is like, is it something that kind of hits the spirit? Do you feel like it comes from the mind? Do you feel like it comes from the heart? How do you feel like that even comes up?
For me,
Yeah, for you, because they say music is very spiritual. Like what's in the heart comes out on the mic.
Yeah, I guess it depends on your creativity level and what, cause like everybody got a different level of creativity when it comes to the music. But for me, it definitely, I'm better when I make music like I'm going through something. Like when somebody makes me mad, or like when I just come from vacation doing something like different, then I could, it makes me open up my horizon to what I'm gonna say, you know, like changing up what I'm gonna say. Cause sometimes you'll kind of stick to the same bracket of what you saying, like making music about. When you get out or you go through stuff, argue with people, or you know, fight off, or tragic situation happens, it give you more stuff to write. So probably people who have a hard life or have a story make better music in a sense.
I agree with that because it's like I don't know what it is like because I'm an emotional writer
Hmm.
and I got one toxic thing about me. I got one toxic thing about myself. If a girl break up with me, I'm saying thank you because you about to be a song. You about to be about 4 good songs.
Yeah, that's how you write though. When you going when shit go wrong, you just like yeah, I definitely done made a couple heartbreak songs just off the string.
All right. So like, what are your goals with music though? Like, how far are you trying to go with this? How many people you want to be heard or to hear from you? Like, what are your goals?
My goal right now is to find another producer. Like that's the first thing I have to do. Cause like right now, well, for when I first started, my brother is an engineer. One of my brothers is an engineer, so he was the first in the family. Like he been rapping since I can remember, and so he was my engineer, but he actually moved from Columbus, so he don't even live here. He live out in Cali. But I bought my
Okay.
own equipment, so he just set me up to where I could, and then send it to him, and then he mix and master it, and then the track is good. But I'm getting to the point where it's like I actually need to be in the studio with, you know, producers who can work with me as I'm working, critique my music. I'm just doing it off of what I think is good and what I like, not versus like somebody else's opinion or ideas, and to help critique my work. So right now I'm working on finding me another engineer, and I'm also expand like my location. Like right now I'm based out of Columbus, but I want to be based more so in Atlanta, honestly, because I see how
Okay.
the music life is down there, and I'm really trying to get closer to Atlanta. Honestly. So
Look.
it opens up more doors, more opportunities. Honestly, Columbus is kind of low as far as local artists, and independent artists, and shows and stuff like
Look. Come on to the south, girl. We'll take care of you.
that. Hey, I'm coming. I ain't
Look,
even
come
gonna.
on to the south.
I'm coming.
Like I got some people out in Atlanta too. I've done a lot of stuff in Atlanta, more than I even realized until I thought about it really just now. But
Hmm.
like, yeah, there's a lot going on in Atlanta. One thing I say about Atlanta, you go down there and you let them people know like you trying to be on something, like you really trying to do something. People support you. All they got to do is see you for real.
Hmm.
Like,
I definitely
and
get a nice support system from Atlanta, and I've been out there probably 4 or 5 times. So
hey,
it's
shoot.
growing.
And I got some connects in New York too. New York kind of the same way too, but like,
It's just
and,
colder. That cold period,
yeah,
it make it slow.
yeah, and like,
Their weather is worse than ours.
listen, all that snow y'all be having. My boy sent me a video of him walking in the snow, whole foot covered. I'm looking at him like, nah, dog. I think I'm gonna be in the Carolinas a little while longer. Uh,
It's nothing to play with. Like it's cool though. It make you appreciate every season. Like, but it would be better if I didn't have to go through the winter.
like, you ever been out of the country?
Not yet. No.
Now, yeah, if I say, look, isn't Ohio like right there to Canada?
It is. Actually, don't really consider Canada. Like, I just don't like going north because it's colder. Like, I'm already
I feel
halfway,
that.
so I'll be trying to go as south as possible.
I feel that. I'm not trying to be where it's cold at. Like I want to see the world except for the cold parts. I ain't trying to see that. I live my
Man,
whole life be fine without that. Like,
man,
look, shout out to my Canadians though. Like y'all know I go up there if y'all invite me. Just invite me in like the spring and the summer because I ain't coming in the fall
that,
and the winter. I ain't
that.
catching me lacking. I ain't got the clothes ready for that. Like shoot. So like, who in the music industry do you want to connect with? I think I asked this one time before, but I mean like I asked about artists that you want to collab with.
Connect with Future.
You want to connect with Future?
Yes, he is the go. He
Look,
doing. He's just so versatile. It's definitely more than just Future though. Like honestly, I like a lot of artists. Like it could be anybody. I'm very open as far as meeting new people and working with people. I be willing to work with people, but people don't be willing to work with me. Like it's like a ego thing. I don't know what it is, but like I don't know if I give off a certain type of look or persona, but I think people judge me from the outside, not actually knowing who I am or knowing me, and then they automatically, just like get their own little image of me. I will work with anybody, like female. I love all the female artists that's putting out music. Males too. Like I'm not limited. I like the little baby. They got little Yo Song, shit.
look,
Um, Lil King.
I got
I
one
love
for you.
huh?
I got a question for you since you love all the female artists. I got a question for you because this year at the BET Awards we saw something happen that ain't happened before. We
What was
saw Glorilla win Best Gospel Track of the Year. How you feel about it?
honestly, I don't even be watching the awards until I actually make it. Um, like I don't really watch them, but I did hear about that. And honestly, I don't. I don't know. I be thinking the game be rigged a little bit, but I could be wrong.
Hey, let's be real though, right?
She might can. She might have earned everything she got. I don't really like to downplay or hate or because I respect it. Because that could be me, and I would want people to give me my flowers. If you put in that work, she put in the work. So I'm just
Yeah,
going.
she definitely
Okay,
put in work.
I'm gonna let her have it. Because one, I don't listen to gospel like that to even say who should receive, and then the black community might have stood for her and just voted for her, and put her. So I can't argue with that, but I love to see it. I'd rather see her get it than see somebody who ain't one of our people get it. So
True. I mean, it's not like she didn't make a gospel song. Like when
mhm.
I heard about it, I was like,
I
dang.
never heard it, honestly. I don't even think I heard it.
I haven't. No, I've heard the song. I have heard the song before because I was kind of like, I wonder what made her do that. But it kind of put me in the mindset of like what Snoop be doing because Snoop has a gospel album. Like I think Snoop has two gospel albums, and
Hmm.
it's like, but he is technically what you would call a secular artist. So it's like, I guess he had that moment where he's like, I want to hear myself actually do something for,
You gotta
you
be
know,
versatile. Like somebody might like you,
yeah,
might not be in a genre of music, so it limits what they because hey, they might not listen to rap or hip hop, but they listen to gospel, and now you make a gospel song, so it opened up the horizon for them to support you.
exactly.
Like you gotta be versatile with the country music, pop music. Like, I would do pop, go country, 'cause it go got a good sound if you got the good team
Right.
behind there and then putting it together.
I mean, God use whoever He feel like using. That's how I feel. Like He will use whoever He feel like using, as long as when you speaking on Him, you ain't disrespecting.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
you being
glory,
molded or you molding others.
humble, grew up in church and stuff like that. So God gonna bless you. Like if you give Him His glory, He gonna sure.
All right. So, do you feel like so? Okay, so you do have a faith. Um, what would you? Okay, would you call yourself Christian, Muslim, Jewish, spiritual? Like, how would you classify yourself?
Honestly, I'm just blessed. Like I can't say I'm in a particular group because I don't practice this. I mean, everything that say if I was a Christian, I don't go to church every Sunday. I don't read the Bible fluently. I don't, abide by all the rules. So I'm not gonna put myself in a certain category. But I definitely believe in higher power. And if I was close to anything with Christianity, but also like I want to say I am, I live a total lifestyle, So
I
I
feel
definitely
that though.
like I pray, put God first, and that's pretty much it. I'm not perfect though, so he know that, but I'm not. I want to say I'm in a certain
That
Jew.
that's real though. Like that's, and I say that's real because it's like you saying basically you saying like I know God, I love God, and I got my relationship, but I ain't religious. Like
Yeah, and then
yeah,
people that say they move the opposite of what they supposed to be or what the image that, especially Christians, like it just be a lot. I don't really want to offend nobody, this, that, and the third, but you could say you want that and you just react totally different. It's
yeah.
like you really got to stand on it if that's what you want to be. To
I
me,
will I will say like, and I'm speaking as a Christian when I say this too. It is a lot of
like hypocrites.
yeah, you definitely got a lot of them, and like I'll speak on this. I haven't always been Christian myself, so like one thing I learned is with any faith, because I've been Hebrew Israelite, been spiritual, and Christian, and fake niggas is everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like they come in their mini robes, they come in their mini hats, and like I kind of just I try not to focus on them because it's like God is perfect. You know, they're imperfect. God is perfect. So I just I just try not to fit into that category. And when I do slip, I try to do better.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Like when I slip, I try to do better. And I ain't looking for everybody to criticize what I do. If you can critique and you come out of love, I'm accepting. But if
Mm-hmm.
it's just you being a butthole and you just trying to critique and say whatever you want to say, I'm gonna tell you to be quiet. Before we even keep going, I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you to be quiet.
Mm.
So I feel that though. Like it's it's been an interesting life. I'll tell you that much. I have a very interesting life. It sounds like you have a very interesting life as well too.
And like I grew up in a church. I mean, yeah, when I was a kid, my mom used to take me to church a lot. But as I got older, I just started to notice the hypocritical stuff. But that is not why I don't go to church. Honestly, I do go to church, like seasonally, like a certain holiday or like at least once out of the year I'll try to go. But I'm not like in church and stuff like that. But I do try when I can to go to church, stuff like
You,
that.
you know, you got a pull on your life, right?
With
And
that,
you can't quite leave. That's what it is. You can't quite leave because something keep pulling you back. All it is, it's like you might be looking for something that resonates with you. Like you might be looking for people that resonate with you. Because I know that's what I was doing.
I really like there's a church that I go to, but definitely in like I want church to be like how Kirk Franklin, how they sing, make songs, and be like the choir. Like I would want my church to be more so like that instead of the churches that I actually been to. They be cool though. Like it's cool. I don't want to downplay a church. It's church. It's not supposed to be
Yeah,
a party. It's not turn. It's supposed to be for learn about God. It's just I probably haven't ran into a church that I really, really like. I did used to like this one church that I went to, but I just haven't been there in so long.
like I tell you, one church you ain't going to. Then if that's what you looking for, you
And
ain't
it
going to
like,
no Mormon churches.
like family, like they might, I don't know. It'd be certain churches that just stick to a certain, like they I don't know. It's like an alliance too sometimes.
What 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 kind of churches are in Ohio? Because I know like Baptist. I know Baptist is really more of an American thing, but you really see like Baptists deep in the South mostly. Like I can go in the corner and find a Baptist church.
Go to a Baptist church, Zion Baptist, I think Zion, something like that.
Like
We
AME Zion.
a lot of Catholic. I be seeing a lot of Catholic churches. But we got like I used to go to World Harvest. That church is like it's very diverse. Like white, it's every
Like
race.
non-denominational.
Yeah, it's like every race. Come as you are. Cut up jeans. It's that the third.
That's how church is supposed to be. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
got
I said that churches. That's how you supposed to be. But you know,
black. That's like a East Side Black community church. It's different. We got all types of out here.
like I never really knew like what was the dominant churches in the North. Cause I know like I used to talk to somebody who lived in Florida, and she said she goes to a Kojic church. I never even heard of that.
Me neither. But Florida is very diverse, so that's probably why.
Yeah, they're okay. So you know, like them churches with like the super big choirs, like that's what Denzel Washington goes to. That's a Kojic church,
That's
and so like you feel me, like that's them. So when you was talking, I was sitting there thinking, shoot, maybe she need to go to a Kojic church. I ain't never been to one, but they live.
when I get kids or something, and like start to settle down, like start to be more. I'll probably start going to church more and stuff like that. But right now, as much as I be working, some days I don't even. I just be trying to get some rest, like,
I feel
get
that
ready
too.
for the next week, get some money.
Look, I know that's right. It's to the point now for me. Like now, I do go to church and stuff, but not. It's not like an every Sunday thing for me. It's to the point now where I walk into my church and my pastor be like, "Hey y'all, Nick decided to join us today, y'all." Like he calling me by my name. Like he
Yeah,
like he decided to join us today, y'all.
like it'd be like, don't put me on the spot. Don't be doing
Like I be walking in, like, sit
that.
down real quick. But like, nah,
You'll
that's what,
start preacher talking about you. I'll be like, wait, hold up, dude. Is he talking about me? Like you
look,
directing this to me and you keep looking at me, making eye contact. Is you talking about me? But
look. I be thinking, you ever okay? You ever go to church? You know you've been up to something, and then you come in, Pastor, he wasn't there. It ain't like he got the word on, and all of a
everything
sudden he starts saying
like
something. You be looking like, how, how, how this nigga know?
everything he said was about you. Like I'll be like paranoid.
Look, look, that what the old folks say. That's that Holy Spirit convicting you, child. That's the Holy Spirit. I done had time. I think the last time I went to my church, he talked about forgiveness. He was talking about forgiveness, and he said, you can forgive, but you ain't got to reconcile. And I was sitting there thinking, how this nigga know I'm beefing with my brother right now? Like, man, here we go. I'm like,
They be right on point.
my brother really about to go ahead.
They be on point for real. That's
Maybe,
the good thing about it because it make it feel like your sins you was guilty and now you can repent and wash it all away.
yeah. I mean, I guess for me too, it feels good to know that God see me too, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
like, and if I know with me knowing that He see me, I know He working on me too. So, you know, but we go. Look, I'm sorry, y'all. We talked about church for a little bit. We talked about church about 10 minutes.
People don't like to talk about church.
You said what?
I said people don't like to talk about church.
That's because they feel convicted. You know, it's look. Nobody talk about every time people talk about school. They don't talk about why they got in trouble at school. They just say that they was in trouble in school.
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody trying to nobody. Well, I ain't gonna say nobody because for me, I don't mind. I don't mind criticism. If somebody come up to the BT5 series right now and say, you know what, Braz, I like the BT5 series and all, but then again, I'm sitting right there. I'm taking notes. I feel like it's going to make me better. So like for those of y'all that don't like church, hey, maybe you at the wrong church.
All
Maybe you need
right.
to sit down, humble you.
Can I say something?
What's up?
Speaking of criticism, So when we did the show in Atlanta, I personally didn't know that it was going to be a judged event.
I'm gonna tell you, me neither. As the
Okay.
host, I did not fully know that myself. When it
Okay.
was because it was definitely promoted as a relaunch. I didn't really know that, you know, there would be judges. I knew that there would be people watching you guys, but I didn't know they were gonna be judging. I didn't
Yeah.
I've never hosted a technology entertainment, event before. Like I have my own brand, my own company too, but I was
Mhm.
supposed to host the event. So like that was my first time really seeing like how they actually did it. So
Yeah. I mean,
it was
like me personally, it was different, because like typically when you do your shows, your music, you don't get feedback. So
yeah.
in a sense, I felt like it was good because it was something different, and you can get the feel of what people are actually thinking as you're performing, especially for like beginner artists or people who don't really have their craft together. And so somebody giving you feedback is kind of good, but also I do feel like it can tear somebody down in a way because they might have came and put they
Mm,
all like they was so um enthusiastic about doing a show or performing, because some people really just like to make and perform and do shows. They don't care about nothing else. That's just what they like to do. So for somebody to like actually tear them down or like tear down something that they probably worked hard for, or like and then that could probably lower some self-esteem in a way for some people,
absolutely.
so like it was like, okay, I see where they going with it, but then it was like, okay, like but
Yeah,
it's different though.
yeah. It's I definitely feel like when it comes to shows, artists need to. I don't know. I've been to a lot of shows recently where people have judges, and I guess it's more so for like the crowd engagement. Like you get your feedback, so you actually get to hear from the people. I will say though, because they did the judging the way they did, prizes were able to be given out to people. Because there was that one girl, that first girl that got put on to the festival that we're doing in Virginia, and then that second one who actually like won the event, which I did not know they was going to do that. But the one that like won the event, she got put on to the festival. So I get, you got
Pros and cons.
you got your reason,
Hmm.
but there's no. I will say this though, at the festival, there's no judging. So for those of y'all that know about the Chance to Star Music Festival, there's no judging. You coming to rock out. Like we let the world decide. Like we coming to rock out.
For
So
sure. Yeah, it was different though. It was cool. Like, that just means you gotta bring your A game. But it take a
like,
lot for people to actually, especially people who don't have the money or they have the idea that they want to make music or rap, and they don't see how serious it can get. Like when you get on that stage, or when you got people that's really coming out and paying money and stuff like that, you gotta really be serious about your craft and know the words. Some people will really come up to the show, don't know the words to their song.
and
I
that's not a
don't
good
know
move.
how, but don't know the
Yeah.
words to the song. Then practice uh, stage rehearsal, stuff like that. So sometimes you do definitely need some critiquing to your craft for sure.
I don't I don't get artists that don't rehearse. Like I know a lot of artists, they feel like they just got it, they ain't gotta rehearse because they just gonna be their natural self. But when you giving a show, it is you, but it's like that's not your natural self. You're not always on a stage. You need to practice. Like,
Yeah, I know I had to start practicing like definitely a week before the show. I'm like, I gotta start, especially because like it'll be times where you're not even listening to them songs no more. I done heard them songs 100 million times, so sometimes when I hear them, I don't even listen to them because like I've heard this song so many times. But once you
right,
get closer to the show, like I'm playing them back to back, and then I'll be like, oh, I stumbled up on these words. So yeah, I should have practiced. Like if I didn't practice, I could have probably messed up. Like, so yeah, I definitely make sure I'm practicing and I start rapping out loud in front of my family and stuff like that, because like if you can't even rap at home around people, how you gonna really get up there on that stage? Because I used to be nervous. I don't even get nervous no more, just because one, I know that people is here to see you perform, and two, How's somebody gonna take you serious if you can't take yourself serious? Like, so
Right. Nice. It's now you hit a major point. Like if you can't perform in front of your family, you might not want to go do it in front of a stranger. But like, but then like the way I got started was a little different, you know, because I was hiding that I rap. Like I hid it, and
yeah,
then I know how I Lord have mercy. I don't even know how my mama felt the first time she saw my very first music video. We smoking weed. We threw a big party. We had all these people. She don't know none of these people. I'm supposed to be in college. I'm looking like a straight hood nigga in this first video. So it's like people knew I wrote poetry and stuff, but like the whole rapping, I had never been on stage or anything like that. First thing I do is drop a diss track, come up with a Nerf gun, like yo, like.
nah, them
So
diss be real.
hey, that's how people was introduced to Brad, straight up dissing. So
Yeah.
like,
That was your first track. Was it this one?
oh look, I'm gonna tell you the backstory. So like I used to be a party promoter, and I went to North Carolina A&T in Greensboro. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but like pretty big HBCU. And we were doing parties. We had been doing parties about 2 years. We had never flopped. Like if we put the text out, hey, house party here, boom, 300 people, easy. And so we did club events, house parties, and stuff like that. Well, there was another team who was doing the same thing. There was a few teams out at the same time, but only a few big ones. And so we were one of the teams where it was like we was growing. We was really, really growing. And people was like, yo, anytime you see their name, go. And so my ex-girl came to the college. And I was a sophomore. She came out as a freshman. And she brought all this drama. Like she brought all this unnecessary drama. And so like this other team got involved. I don't even know how they knew her. I don't really care. I just told them to stay out the way because they don't want none of what was going on there. And they showed up one day while me and her were like we were basically breaking up, but we got into it. They showed up, and I'm sitting there like, didn't I tell y'all to mind y'all business? And so like we left that alone. The next day we see our name, like our whole crew name, like written on some like machine, like F these dudes. And we're like, oh,
Damn.
okay. We went straight to one of the dorms, made a track, did some name dropping, shot a video through a party just to diss them.
Went fed.
And so like it got a few thousand views.
That's what's up, shit.
It ain't nobody go to their parties no more.
Oh,
So like, that's how I started rapping.
Shit, it's always a story behind it.
It's always a reason too. It's something. But they bought me out my element, so I went straight into it. Had my whole gang up there and everything. So hey,
it was a win. It was a win for you.
But like, yo, so what's coming up? Like speaking of starting music career, like what's coming up for you in music? Like you got a project coming soon, singles, videos.
So I'm trying to. I've actually been silently working on the album, Born Imperfect, Living Authentic, the Bila album.
I like that.
But like I said, I gotta get me a legit producer. Like I got some songs that I did myself, but I want it to be some flame. Like like I want to change it up. I really want some good quality. Like now it's time to start working on the quality and the severity of the content that I'm putting out. So I'm trying to get a legit producer, so I could put out a nice project.
You know what? You said it enough. This has never happened on the BT5 series ever, but I got somebody I want to connect you with. Like,
Please do.
I can connect you with people. I mean, if you want people that's Grammy nominated, I got those connections. If you want people that fresh out of school, I got those connections. But I'm gonna connect you with somebody because I know my man's here. He's up north too, and like he's connected from New York all the way to LA, and he just performed in Colombia, like the daggone country this year too. So it's like,
For sure.
I'm connected with him. He's on my team. He's one of like my right hand people. So
For sure. I
so
definitely use all the resources I can get, and people who actually just serious about working. Like, cause I'll be serious. As you see, I pulled up to Atlanta, no hassle, no problem. I'm willing to work, willing to travel. I'm willing to just get some good stuff done. Cause I'm a business person for real. I like to do business, good business.
I'm texting him right now to let him know. Oh,
I
look.
appreciate that.
Oh yeah. I want to make sure that happens.
Yeah. Where they based out of?
He's based out of New York, but when I say this
Oh yeah.
dude, he travels and he puts in work. Like he's performing at the festival we're doing in Richmond, and then he's coming back the next week to perform with me in Shelby, North Carolina. So like, I'm gonna
For sure.
connect you with him because he definitely, I think he can help you in that area.
For sure.
But I mean, dude, dope too. So
That's what's up.
yeah, I'm
That's what I
that's
like about the
10%.
music, the networking, like meeting new people and just like people I be used to just don't be genuine people. Like people just be shysty. But I like when I meet new people because one, they don't see me for who I used to be. Like, growing up in your hometown and stuff like that, people just always got the image of who you were when you were a kid or in high school, middle school. They don't take you serious. So I like to meet new people now so they can see me for who I am now and they can't judge me for my past, stuff like that.
And
So
I
yeah.
and I tell you right now, girl, I don't care if in your past you was the top queen pin and you was on the stripper pole and then you flew people out to Mexico and brought them back. I don't care if that's what you did. If you saying this who you is right now, that's who I see.
For
You know
sure.
what I'm saying? Like, and for all you people out there that don't see her the way she want to be seen, I'm gonna go ahead and ask you this one question: what happened when you wanted to change? What happened when you wanted to glow up? What happened when you wanted to reinvent yourself?
But some
Did you
people
allow
don't they
yourself to do that?
what happened was they didn't even believe in themselves, so they gave up. Because a lot of people ain't got self confidence. They can't hold it down. They need somebody with them to boost their ego or to tell them who they are or tell them what to do. So they probably just gave up on themselves for real, for real.
It ain't that many leaders out here.
It's
It ain't
not
that
really ain't got none. Shit, I'm
like
on Martin Luther King
90%
turning
of
in his
people
grave right
follow.
now. Huh?
90% of people follow. The other
Yeah.
10% they leave.
And I'm definitely a leader. I really stick to myself, stay in my lane, do my own thing. I don't got too many friends. I got friends, like, associates, like, hey, this, that, and the third. But when it come to like business and really trying to get something done, I don't really got too many friends. Like, seriously, just because people just don't stand on business. They
Right.
be there for the party, they don't be there for the business.
Yeah, like that's you said something there. They be there for the fun.
The
But
fun,
are you
the
there to
love,
make the funds?
yeah.
Like,
You ain't got no money. You really got to sit down and lock in. Who gonna be there?
I'm in a lock-in mode right now myself. I ain't gonna speak no deeper on that. I'm just locked in right now myself. So I get you. People be around for the fun times. But when I sit
Yeah.
down and say, hey,
They
but let's
say,
really put a structure to
I don't
this.
smoke no more. I don't drink no more. They gonna like what? And then slowly and surely gonna stop calling you, stop hitting you up, stop
So like
inviting stuff like
so
that.
like you used to smoke, but you don't smoke no more?
Nah, I mean I've quit. I be smoking and then I quit and then I smoke quit. So I be like on and off.
Oh yeah, it's coming out of you. Yeah. Yeah, them days is coming.
Yeah,
Um,
nah, I definitely slowed down. Like out here, like we smoke a lot. Like
it's legal in
nine
Ohio,
times,
right?
huh?
It's legal in Ohio, right?
Yeah, now it's probably been like
Yeah.
2 years, but even before that, the weed is big out here. So motherfucker just smoke. But if you cut that out, you gonna lose 90% of your friends for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, like, cause what you realize is, and I'm speaking from experience too. Like, what you realize is a lot of your connections with people really stemmed around that little green plant.
Mhm.
Like, and then once you take that out, it's like, all right. So now where do we relate? You gonna call me when I'm upset? You gonna check on me when I'm depressed? Am I gonna do it to you? Like,
Right.
do you
Right.
even care? Do we care?
Right. And that's why I fall back from a lot of people, because I notice those things, or I notice when somebody just keep inviting me to the turn ups, but y'all don't invite me to a picnic or to the laid back stuff. Like, no, I like to go on walks at the park too. You know, you don't gotta just invite me to the turn up. Take me to where the business is, or when it gets serious. Like, cause I be around for the party and for the ups and the downs and
Yeah,
the rainy days too. You know, that's just me.
I feel that. I want people in my circle that, yeah, you can have fun with me too, but like I need people like that I can worship with. I need people that I can
Yeah,
learn with.
invite me to
I
church.
need people that, you know what I'm saying? I need people
Like, I
that
don't
like
get
invite me
people
to
to just
elevate.
invite me to church. I know, like if I could think of the last person that was like, "Hey, come to church with me." Nah, like,
See? Where my look, where my Christians at? Y'all heard what she just said. Now invite her to church. Why
and
don't
I
y'all hear?
also was told that not. I mean, I can't remember the percentage, but 9 times out of 10, people don't get invited to churches or get asked to go to church, get asked out to go to church, or invite me to your church to join your church or something like that.
You know, that's something people used to do. My grandmother, God rest her soul, she used to pick people up. Like if you want to go, she would literally pull up on you. You might have been the drunk at the store this morning, but you're gonna
Right.
be the drunk at church in the afternoon real quick, and you can go right
Right.
back
And
to the store
that
when you
that
come.
might
She'll
change
really pick
somebody's
you up.
life. That one visit might change somebody's life forever.
You never
Like,
know. So it's like, yeah, we definitely got to be more inviting to people. Like we got, first of all, as Black people in general, we got to be more inviting to the elevation in general. We know how to find the sports games. We know how to find the cookouts, the turn up. All right, cool. But now, when we gonna sit down and say, you know what, I want to elevate now, and
mm,
invite your people to elevate now. That's one thing I love to do. I love to hit my people up and be like, yo, hey, there's this opportunity. I'm connecting you with it. Anytime, all my folks know if I connect you with an opportunity, there's levels to this. It's like if you show up, you're gonna get something. You're gonna get blessed out of this. So it's
right.
like that's how we as a people just need to be. Because otherwise, all right, we'll be talking about, man, look at what the Latinos do. They don't build this. Look at what the Jewish people did. They don't build. You'll be talking about them and you'll be watching the
Right.
whole time because
I
they
was just
hitting each
in
other
the
up to elevate.
nail salon, and I'm like, dang, they really got boys, guys, men who do nails, but the Black community will tear a man down for doing nails. Basically, he would be gay. Like, he would be labeled gay. But in the Chinese, Vietnamese, Japanese, it's regular. Like, it's a family business. So it's just like our culture just got to do better. We got to do better.
Our culture has to stop calling things that don't progress us culture. That's once we got to stop calling things that were made to destroy us culture.
Yeah.
Because if we can do that, one, we'll understand what culture really is, and two, you'll see the next generation surpass us, which is what's supposed to happen. Like I look at my nieces and my nephew, and I think to myself, if they don't surpass me, something went wrong.
Right.
Like they're supposed to. Like,
Right.
but we definitely gotta we gotta take out the negative from our culture and then remember what culture actually is. Because you're not gonna see no Chinese people drop no album about killing no Chinese people, and they call that culture. I ain't listen. I ain't hurting. I ain't stepping on nobody's toes. But there's a difference between entertainment and culture. And we got. I think I heard Dr. Umar talking about this. I'm on my Dr. Umar right now, y'all. So like that's what we got to get to. And I feel like with you for real, like you really you making the right steps because you saying like, look, I'm already withdrawing from this. I'm not really going to that. These folks, they don't rock me. I don't rock with them. Like elevation is right there in your face. Like you
That's
really.
how it's been. And I've noticed it gets lonely. It gets lonely, but I done got so used to it. It's like hey, I might not get a team, but I know I ain't staying in the same spot that I was before. Like, it's all about elevating.
Hey,
For
then
real.
be the queen of the circle that they left you in. How about that? Like
Exactly.
people, hey, people attract. They say opposites attract. I say commonalities attract. What you do is what you bring in.
Yeah.
But yo, dang, it's been a man. Look, I
Solid
love this
hour.
conversation. I love this conversation. Yo, is there anything that you want the people to know about you right now before we wrap things up?
I want the world to know. Just get to know me. Like, of course, you might not be able to converse with me, but pay attention. And judging me from the outside don't make me who I am. Don't put your own image on me. Actually, get to know me, and then make your personification. But I'm a good person. Great to do business with. I'm trying to work with not any and everybody, but people who serious about their craft and want to work and got business like mindsets. It's hard to work with people who want to be business, but they don't know how to hold up the business. That's one thing I could say about you. Like you stay tapped in. You stay. I know we didn't get to do the interview that night, but like I said, you tapped in the next day, you rearrange, make it work. Everybody ain't perfect, you feel me? But the communication go a long way. Time prompt go a long way. And I know you had a lot of books already. So just keep up the good work, like your business and your work ethic is everything. You feel me? That's gonna bring in more customers or repeating customers. You feel me?
Facts. And I appreciate that. Yo, here at the BT5 series, we love you. All right.
Love y'all
We love
too.
you, girl. You family now.
For sure. We locked
Like,
in.
and I'm gonna tap you in with my right hand dude. Like,
For
well, I'm
sure.
gonna say one of my two right hand dudes, but I'm gonna definitely tap you in with him because y'all need to work. Y'all need to work.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, he gonna connect you with somebody that fits exactly what you're trying to do. All right.
Yes, sir.
But
So my yes.
y'all, oh, before we leave, where can people find you? Social media. Where can people find you?
Hey, Bila Badazz on a motherfucking BILA_BADAZZ on Instagram. Got Bila Badazz official on YouTube. But if you search Bila Badazz, you gonna get some content. Apple Music, YouTube, like all my videos, my link in my bio on Instagram. I'm pretty much global at this point. Google, search me, however.
She said Google search me, y'all. That means she
Yeah.
legit. But
So,
all right though. Look, I've enjoyed this. You stay real. Everybody that's checking this out, make sure you like, share, comment, send it to somebody. Tell
yeah,
your mama, tell your grandma, tell your friend, and tell your friend's auntie to tap in and make sure y'all check out Bila Bad. Come on now, I can't cuss right now.
yes,
But nah, make sure y'all check out for real though. All jokes aside, make sure y'all check out her music. Follow her on Instagram. And it's all love, y'all.
for
Peace.
sure. I appreciate you.
Oh yeah, no doubt.